Come along with me as I reimagine this Victoria's Secret's old, worn out robe into two new hair accessories. Hi guys, this is Rashmi. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I usually do my upcycle and DIY projects on this channel. This is my first time working with silk, so I am very excited and I'm making hair accessories. So follow along, but let me bring in today's object to upcycle. It's an old, worn out robe from Victoria's Secrets. And as you can see, the edges are really worn out, especially at the neckline, but the rest of the fabric is still in good shape. Such kind of robes are really great fabric sources. So here's what I'm thinking. I am going to use the middle part of the robe to make a huge scarf or to make two square scarves. And then I'm going to use the lace detail on the sleeves and the sleeves material to make those giant hair scrunchies. So for today, my task is pretty simple. I am going to rip the side seams so that I get 3 flat panels. Since it's silk, I don't want it to pucker or have a tear while I seam rip. So I'm being very careful here. I think I'm going to take a whole day to do this. So I'll see you tomorrow. So I have ripped the seams on the sides, but I have not touched the sleeves. I'm going to flat lay this and show you my next process and what I have in mind for the sleeves. So my idea is that I'll cut across this so that I get both the sleeves intact with the lace. So now we have all these rough cuts. This one I'm visualizing as the square scarf, and these would be the scrunchies with lace. I am yet to decide what to do with these two pieces. These can be scrunchies as well, but I want to also think about other ways to utilize this fabric. I can't believe I'm matching with my iron, but yeah, the next step is to iron these individual pieces. After that, I'm going to cut them to size and also iron the edges that need to be stitched down. So that's the next process. Oh my god, this is so soft. Wow. Okay, don't mind me. Let's get going. So this is the only edge I have that I can work with. It is sort of straight but also fully done, so I'm not going to touch that one, but I'm going to use it as a reference to cut out the square. Next part is upcycling the upper part of the robe, and for this I'm going to make two scrunchies and use the lace as part of it. For that, what I'm going to do next is cut this straight so that this length is equal to this length, and I'll do that on both the sides. Okay, because I want the lace to be on the outside of the scrunchie, I can't do the usual fold and stitch method. I will have to consider the lace and then pin the fabric along with the lace so that it appears on the outside, and then stitch along the lace. And then I'll continue the rest of the steps as usual. Here you go, now the lace is on the outside. Now I'm going to iron this and follow the rest of the steps to complete the scrunchies. I'm going to use the 3/8 inch white elastic for the scrunchies. I'm going to cut this elastic to 8 inches. Next, I'm going to stitch these wrong side ends together and leave a 3-inch gap to feed in the elastic. Okay, I've turned this inside out, and as you can see, this is the scrunchy base that's formed. Now with this insert, I'm going to feed in the elastic. I'm using a safety pin to do this. Now I'm going to stitch the elastic ends together. Okay, next I have these two front pieces. They are long rectangles, and I couldn't figure out for the longest time what to do with them. I thought maybe do another hair accessory, like create a giant bow. But then I have to give shout out to my friend Shweta. She gave me a brilliant idea of making it into a wrist bag. So I found a tutorial. I've linked that down below, and I'm going to follow it step by step. But my first step is going to be to join these two pieces together so I have one rectangular piece. Okay, so now I'm going to cut the lining, and as you can see, there are some extra bits. I don't have enough lining, so some sacrifices have to be made. This part anyways had some burn marks, so I wasn't going to use it. I'll cut the lining now, adjust the stitches next. So here you can see that it's not exactly a rectangular form, so I have to be precise in a sense that I have to follow the lines of the pieces that I have. Okay, so finally, now that I've clipped all the edges, I'm gonna stitch these two together with 1/4 inch stitch all around the edge and leave some gap so that I can turn this inside out. Okay, now let's create the knot that is the feature of this bag. Now I have to stitch the sides. The video I'm referencing had taken 20 centimeter, but I'm taking 22. And now I'm going to stitch the base and then stitch triangles in the corners to give it a base structure, and then the bag should be ready. I have the two ties from the robe and also this chain that I feel like will be a great addition to the handle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this to the sides with these ties and complete the bag. the robe has now been transformed into these three new things. Hope you guys like this video, and please like, share and subscribe and follow along for more. See you next time.